Hello, and welcome to another episode of Nice to Meet You. And leading us through the program is a prolific conductor, one who we had the great pleasure of performing Shostakovich's 8th Symphony with last season, you probably remember. And I'm so happy to be chatting with him today, Maestro Michael Sanderling. Welcome.
Thank you for the invitation, Matthew.
I just want to talk a little bit. That Shostakovich was really a highlight for me. Have you conducted KBS prior to last season?
No, last season was my premiere with the orchestra, wonderful. And I enjoyed it very much.
I know, I think I speak for the orchestra when I say that. We all had a great time. It was this big picture to the finer details, and so I thought the concert was really a huge success. So we're so happy to be able to work with you again.
It's my pleasure to be back here in Seoul.
You started on the cello.
It's a serious profession.
Yeah. And you're a family of musicians, and you started on the cello, and you played in the orchestra too, right?
I was not only starting with the cello, I lived with the cello till I was in my mid-30s.
Okay.
For 4 years, principal solo cellist with the Gewandhaus Orchestra. Actually, mainly to become a cello professor at the University in Berlin. But then the Radio Symphony Orchestra asked me if I would be interested to be their solo cellist part-time. And I stayed there for 12 years, and I loved it very much, and I learned so much in both of the orchestras. I was part of a chamber orchestra, and I was asked to replace the first violin who was used to lead the orchestra. She got pregnant, and I stupid man said yes. And that's why we sit here now.
Wow, that's a very interesting start story. Amazing. I did not expect
So
that.
I've never ever had a single lesson as a conductor, but of course I had quite famous father, and I had two conducting brothers. So the subject of being a conductor was in the family,
sure.
Of course.
Yes. I wonder if you could just introduce the program for us, as well as the soloist, because I have heard that you had a project with her before.
We do have a wonderful program. You mentioned that all the three pieces from one period, the end of the Romantic period, but they are very different. There's no one single symphony in the program.
Yeah, right.
One piece is a tone poem. It's the Finlandia by Sibelius. This major melody is called Finland Stands Up, in brackets, against Russia. This is tone poem. We do have concerto, like a good symphony concert should have. I'm very happy to be reunited with Elisabeth Leonskaya, the wonderful pianist, and we have recorded the Greek concerto which she is going to play with my Lucerne Orchestra very recently. That was a wonderful collaboration. We did Greek and Schumann. We will perform Elgar's Enigma variations, and as the name tells us, variations, so again, no symphony. First of all, I think it's the biggest and the most important piece of British music until that time. He is able to tell it consists of 15 variations. The theme itself, as the name offers us, is an enigma. So what does it mean? He hinted once that there would be a hidden theme through going to all the variations. I cannot find it,
okay.
And so cannot all my colleagues.
Okay.
So that is the enigma, actually, okay. And it still exists.
Yeah.
But we love this piece because it has so many different kinds of expression of flavors, and it is a fantastic way for an orchestra to present.
You mentioned something in rehearsal that I thought was very interesting, which is each of the variations has a dedication, right? I wonder, could you talk a little bit about that?
It is correct. Every variation is dedicated to a different person. Most of them known, one or two almost, not definitely. But we, for instance, know that there's a piano amateur who was a friend of him. Elgar starts scales which are almost too fast for the players. And he stops this particular variations with hitting down the how do we say that? However, the cover of the keyboard. Yeah. So he hits it down and So that is one interesting moment. It's great how he describes the different personalities. Also, of course, the probably most famous variation, the Nimrod variation. And this is dedicated to a very close person to him. It was his agent, we would say, the one person who supported him. Thankful thoughts and dedication and appreciation.
Sure, nice, wonderful. And then, okay, a lighter question. When we have these 15 variations, do you have a favorite?
I think Nimrod is
it's
beautiful enough to cry, so it is my favorite,
sure, it's the most
as
touching.
Of many other people I know. But I have to say, the finale is something very special because it has such a Brucknerian style for me. This is something I really like. I wouldn't say more than the others because I like all the variations. I cannot decide by them.
Sure. So yes, thank you again for sitting down with me. This was wonderful. I'm sure our audience will appreciate it. I hope to see you all at the concert.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Please enjoy the KBS Symphony Orchestra YouTube channel.